How about a big warm welcome all the way from the USA? We give you Jess Lai, guitarist.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you inviting me. It's an honor.
Firstly, how did you get started with guitar?
So I actually got started in guitar when my parents, they bought me a like half size blue V guitar, electric, some like first act or whatever, those type of guitars. They got me like a really cool one, not just like an acoustic as my first one, for Christmas, and it's kind of gone, obviously downhill since then with guitar. Yeah, I honestly think it was because they bought me such a cool guitar, and just being raised on, classic rock and old hair metal and stuff is really how I got into it.
What is your current age and zodiac sign?
Currently, I'm 23 years old, gonna turn 24 this year. I'm a Sagittarius.
How long have you been playing the guitar?
I've been playing guitar for roughly 13-ish years. I started when I was really little, so, you know, I don't know exactly what age I was, but somewhere around 12 or 13 years ago from now is when I started.
What are your favorite genres of music?
It really depends on the day. I kind of pride myself on being as diverse as possible in my listening, not only, but also my playing. So, like, as far as playing goes, I was trained on classical guitar. I also played clarinet growing up all the way through college. So, that helped me be able to read music and things like that. So, huge love for classical music. A lot of what I listen to is R&B, like K-pop, obviously, metal, metal, rock, all that. I try to be as diverse as I possibly can, just to get a sense of kind of what the industry is like right now, and kind of seeing where I fit in, but also seeing what I can do that is different from what is out there now and what we've had in the past. It's all about pushing boundaries and kind of making your own presence and mark on the industry.
Yes, 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 yes.
Who are your biggest influences?
It really depends on what I am going for or I'm like kind of studying. As far as guitar, my biggest influence is Eddie Van Halen. I'm sure it is for a lot of people, but he was really the one where I was like, yeah, I want to shred like that guy. That's really what got me into playing like really shreddy stuff more than just like kind of like classic rock stuff or just chords and things. Like I really wanted to be able to play with, some of the greats, and hopefully I'll get there, feel like I'm slowly getting there.
What are some of your favorite bands?
As far as just like current, bands and stuff, I would say, Polyphia is a good one for me. They kind of mix between like, hip hop beats and metal and then like shredding, but also playing really clean stuff. So I really like their sound. Definitely huge with them. They're great. But then, like, outside of that, I'm really into, some K-pop artists, some R&B artists. I've been listening to a lot of just, like, Asian American, not even Asian American, but just, like, Asian in general music. Like Rina Sawayama, she's huge. huge in like the pop world, and Davida is a huge influence on me as an artist, you know, and what I write and stuff. She's really good R&B artist. So there's a lot to name, but those are the first ones that come to mind.
Any other favorite artists you like?
Favorite artist. Currently my favorite artist would probably be Hojin and Davida. Probably Polyphia as well. They did just put out a song, Playing God, which is super sick. Their stuff is really fun but hard to learn, so I enjoy learning their stuff. Let's see. Favorite song from Davida right now is probably Let You In solo version. She had a EP come out fairly recently, which is really good. So if you're into like R&B stuff, I would recommend listening to her. Let's see. And then Rina Sawayama, she also has a single out right now called This Hell. So that one is also really good. It has a sick guitar solo, which actually my one of my mutuals, her name is Vixen, she actually did the solo on that one, so I'm super proud of her and props to her. She's killing it right now.
Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, so besides guitar, I do play bass. You know, it kind of goes hand in hand. But I did grow up playing clarinet. My actual favorite specific instrument in the clarinet family is bass clarinet. I just think it sounds richer and a little bit woodier. And it has a lower register, so I think it sounds much cooler in my opinion. I actually played contrabass clarinet as well for a while, which is even bigger. Actually, when I stand next to it on the floor, it's taller than me, so you have to like sit on a stool that like moves up and down so you can be high enough to play it. But that one was really fun to play.
Do you sing or write your own music?
I do sing as well. I took voice lessons for quite a while. So yeah, like what I sing mostly is like R&B stuff. I don't want to say pop, but like lo-fi R&B type of stuff. And actually with my current band, Rome Music, I am singing on our newest single, so there's that. First time singing in metal, which is definitely different from singing, you know, R&B and stuff, but it's a good challenge for me. Definitely broadens my horizons and uses different skill sets and parts of my voice that I usually don't use, so it's good. What's up, guys? I've been working behind the scenes.
Did you take guitar lessons or are you self-taught?
I did take guitar lessons growing up, so I don't know exactly when I started taking lessons, but I want to say it was either early middle school or late elementary school that I started taking lessons, and then took lessons all the way up through college. I went to music school, so obviously there we're going to be doing lessons. So yeah, and as far as teaching lessons, I was teaching for a while as well. Kind of thinking about picking it up again, just, you know, I enjoy teaching other people who really want to learn and, you know, enjoy the instrument and just kind of strive to get better. It's really fun being able to help people like that.
What are your dreams, goals, and aspirations going forward, Jess Lai?
My dreams. I would be nice to be able to make a living off of my own music eventually. That would be the goal, as it is for a lot of musicians, but I really want to push the boundaries of what I can do as far as blending genres and seeing, you know, how I can incorporate different instruments in other genres and just see what I come up with. Not only that, but, you know, hopefully going on tour with some big artists eventually. That would be amazing and a great experience. So that's definitely on the bucket list, you know, big tour.
Where do you live? Have you always lived there?
I live in the Chicagoland area, so me and my sisters were born in the Chicagoland area, and then we moved to Louisiana for a little bit and then moved back, but that was when we were really little, so essentially we've been here most of my life. So I would say, yeah, this is the general area of where I was born.
Do you collab with other musicians?
I do try my best to collab with other musicians. It's been kind of hard lately because I do have a job outside of doing this, so it's like kind of balancing that, and I would love to do more collabs with more people. I've met so many cool people, so it's just a matter of just kind of figuring out schedules and then like what song each of us wants to play and whatnot, and kind of coordinating all that, and then doing video editing. There's just like a lot of logistics, but I would love to continue doing collabs, especially with my other fellow female guitarists specifically, or just female musicians in general. I've done a couple collabs with drummers and stuff too, and it's awesome to see us come together like that. So as mentioned earlier, I am in a band. The band's name is Rome Music. It's kind of a cross between like metal and like rap. So like the lead singer, he actually started as a rapper, but also like screams and like super metalhead. So he like, we combine both of them and are trying to move through both genres in a way that hasn't been done yet. It's not new metal, I would say, at all, because I gotta say, like, Rome is he spits pretty good. Like, he raps he's a really good rapper. So it's not just like new metal where, you know, no hate, but like talking into the mic, like, sort of, instead of rapping. But yeah, I think it's a cool combination.
Do you see yourself playing music as a career?
I do see myself playing music as a career. That is 100% the goal. You know, I would even love to do some more studio work as a, you know, session musician, but writing my own stuff, making a living off of that, doing tours, like anything like that. I would also love to just compose for TV and film, just getting some sync placements as well. That would be really cool.
What do you like best about the guitar?
It's such a unique instrument in the way that it is similar to a piano in the way that you see the frets as like half steps. However, it is, I would argue, more difficult to visualize exactly where the notes are on the guitar, on the fretboard, which is something that I think as a guitarist, most guitarists would be constantly working on. Even I'm working on, even, you know, my lesson teachers have been working on. Like, it's a constant learning process that I think is really fun to kind of navigate. But I also think there's just so many different sounds you can get out of the guitar that I think people have been, you know, really innovative with. And it's amazing to see how much guitar playing has progressed through the past, you know, decades. It's changed quite a bit, has evolved quite a bit, and it's interesting to see how people use past techniques, combine it with, you know, some newer techniques to make sound. Like, you know, a good example is Tom Morello. Like, his solos are absolutely insane. He uses a lot of different noises with the guitar, not just like notes on the fretboard, and it's really cool to see.
What other interests do you have?
So I actually skateboard, so that's fun. But yeah, there was a few years ago I tore my ACL from skating, but I'm getting back to it since I tore my ACL. It is obviously harder because my knee's not the same. It's a little different now, and I'm a little timid because I'm like, I don't want to tear it again, but at the same time, it's too fun, so, you know, I'm not going to stop skating. I also do martial arts, specifically wushu, which is Chinese martial arts, kung fu. I do kung fu and tai chi. It's the combination of the internal arts and the external arts that really interests me and is really fun, but very, like, if you're trying to do kung fu for a workout, you will definitely get a workout. So I think it's fun learning, you know, various choreography, different weapons, and just kind of trying to piece it together in a way that looks smooth and cohesive. Again, it's arts, it's performative, so I also connect with that on a level since I'm a musician as well.
Tell us about your recent travels and gigs.
Most of my travel has been to Houston and back because Rome Music is actually based out of Houston. So our drummer and the singer, they're both based out of Houston, and me and the violinist were based elsewhere. So that's a lot of what we've been doing, like flying back and forth there, shooting music videos and recording stuff. That's been pretty much my focus lately. So, you know, less live shows as of lately, but more just traveling back and forth for more studio recording and, you know, music videos and stuff like that.
Do you have any original music your fans can
I
purchase?
do. I have 3 tracks out right now. 60 Seconds Too Long, City Cafe, and It's a Long Way From Home. It's a Long Way From Home is my newest one, and honestly probably my favorite one. It's really different from, I would say, what people see on my feed, because a lot of what I do is, you know, metal and stuff like that, and the stuff I write is very lo-fi, very R&B, super chill. So yeah, It's a Long Way Home is an instrumental, and it's actually one of my favorites. Definitely a good song to study to or just like sleep to, honestly. So you can get all that on any major streaming platform, so like Spotify, iTunes, any of those except SoundCloud. But most of the major music platforms should have them. I know it's on YouTube as well, or you can even go to my website and it has all the links, jesslaimerits.com. So get it there, have a listen.
Thank you for this exclusive interview, Jess Lai. We wish you luck and success going forward.
Thank you so much for having me again. I'm very honored. It's nice to see the community of female musicians specifically continue to grow, especially in the rock and metal world. It's nice to see. You know, in the past it was a little less likely to see women in this specific genre, and it's really nice to see that continue to grow, especially through social media. It's great, and I want to continue to be able to really make an influence on the younger generation. So like there's little girls looking up at me or at us saying like, hey, like it shouldn't be scary to pursue this type of thing. Like it really should be something not to be afraid of, and you should be able to pursue your passions. Even if it seems scary or like it's not going to be doable, I think it definitely is, as long as, you know, you have sort of a game plan going and you really like, you have that drive and the passion to really take hold of your career.
Thank you again from channel Alizee Defan, the first channel on YouTube to promote and support women in music.
If you guys like this interview, Alizee Defan has a ton of more interviews on the channel that you should check out, because there's other amazing female musicians that have interviewed as well. So go check her channel out. You should subscribe and like this video.